It is Saturday, October 11th, and I've got a little construction project going here that I thought some of you might be interested in. This building started life as a pole shed about 50 years ago, and about probably 20 years ago I remodeled it into a nice workshop and garage for me. And it's about 26 foot square, and I would like to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm working on that. We've got a floating slab back here that's going to be the foundation for a 14 foot by 26 foot addition. And one thing about construction, I've done it so long that not a lot interests me anymore, except for the unique and sometimes strange thing to do. And when my dad said, why don't we just try moving this end wall out, I decided we'd do that. So I've built a new foundation to match perfectly the old foundation as well. And we'll be putting a set of standards on this thing and some bracing and some wheels. And we're going to see if we can take this wall and move it from here over to there. The main reasons that I want to move this wall rather than tear it apart is that it's framed up, and basically I've designed the addition to use an end wall. It's going to be the same size as this one. And by hopefully moving the wall with a sheetrock attached on the inside and the wall sheeting attached on the outside, hopefully I won't get a lot of cracks in the drywall. Also, it's going to save me a lot of time. If I had to tear this apart and bust the sheetrock off of it and remove the wall sheeting on the outside, and then pick the studs apart one at a time and basically dismantle the whole wall, I could reframe it using the existing framing. Then I would also have to hang a new wall board and resheet it again as well. So I'm hoping for substantial savings in labor time by moving this wall. Well, there are a few things that we need to do before we're going to move this wall, and we need to sever all connections at the corners, which I've done that by taking a Sawzall and picking things apart. And basically it's come down to getting into this area right here and cutting this stud loose from the rest of the building. Down at the bottom, I'm starting to open that up. We'll find the anchor bolts down there and take probably a wood splitting wedge and just wedge that bottom plate up enough to stick a Sawzall with a hacksaw blade beneath the bottom plate and sever the anchor bolts. Up on top, this is a metal roof with purlins, and there's a framing member at the top that connect the purlins to the top plate of the wall. So I'll go up and take a Sawzall again and sever those. And inside, we've got a ceiling to deal with. Inside the building, we've got a nice sheetrock ceiling that's framed off of ceiling joists, and over on the end wall that we're going to move is a ledger board that connects the ends of the ceiling joists to the balloon framed wall. So we'll take a knife or a Sawzall and we'll run the corners of this drywall all the way around and move the stuff out of the way and attach our bracing and our movement jig to that wall. Well, it's getting late here on Friday night, and I'm working frantically to try to get ready for my brothers. They're coming over tomorrow to help me, and I'm building these braces on the outside of the wall, 2x6, 2x8, and I put a good heavy-duty caster down at the bottom. Lag screwed that in. I've taken a nylon strap then and put it about 3.5 foot up, and that's going to be my pull point. 7:30 Saturday morning, and we're just finishing up a few things here. Taking a Sawzall now and clipping the anchor bolts. Alright, it's 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Brother Kevin's done a great job of rigging this thing up. We got chains and come-alongs going back to the trees as our anchor points. We've got the braces built. I put a piece of 1/4 inch plywood down there. Took a belt sander and sanded in a little ramp on that thing. Kevin's starting to take some slack up, and we're seeing the bottom of the wall move, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to go inside and see if I can work it loose up the sides and across the top. Starting to move the wall now. We're probably out about 6 inches or so. We found a number of fasteners that we forgot to clip, so as we discovered those one at a time, we've went back with a sawzall and nipped it. Well, you can see my brothers are on the other side of the wall busy with the come-alongs, just pulling it over. And on this side we were lucky that the jigs climbed up on top of the 1/4 inch plywood strips. And you can see my brace is riding off the concrete. That's okay. The other side, that 1/4 inch plywood strip was a little difficult to deal with, and it decided to not climb up on it, and we're just dragging it with us as we go. So we're about halfway home. Well, it's Saturday, 9 a.m. and we've been successful in moving the wall. All total from start to finish, it took us about an hour, no more than that. We found a few fasteners that we had missed, and we clipped those. We took come-alongs and pulled the wall right on out. And you can see that the bracing scheme is still in place. And we built little runways off the end of the wall, so that when our braces got out past the concrete floor, they had something to run on. So right now, we're getting ready to set trusses. It's 9 o'clock. Well, it is way chaotic here right now. A lot of stuff that we have spread all over the ground, dismantling stuff. But anyway, it took us about an hour and maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get the trusses up there. And we've got the wall that we've moved, straightened, and reattached at the bottom, and we've got it straightened and temporarily attached up at the ceiling rim joist area. So the next thing we're doing is we're getting ready to put the purlins on, and we're pre-drilling those for pole barn nails. To button up this back wall, I had to take the 3/4 inch plywood wall sheeting off in order to clip the old anchor bolts and pull wires out. I've pulled my wire back in, almost forgot to do that, and I've drilled down at the bottom and put 1/2 inch stainless steel anchor bolts in place to replace the old ones. So now I'm ready to find the plywood that I cut and reattach it and black paper this wall yet today. It's almost 6 o'clock today, and I started work at 6 this morning getting ready to move a wall. And the wall used to be over there by that orange ladder, and now it's back there. And we had the wall moved in about an hour, so by 9 a.m. we had the wall moved. And from about 9 a.m. to probably 10:15 maybe, we set 7 trusses. And after that, we attached the purlins, which run 90 degrees to the trusses, and the fascia board, it's the green board that's running wild, it's long. I need to get back and trim that off. But all in all, we've got the roof framed up, ready for steel siding or steel roofing on top, and we've got the wall sheeted. It's been a long day, but we got a lot done.